Hello, welcome to our channel Simplified Concepts-Prof. Today, we will be learning about types of CPU scheduling in operating system. So basically, there are two types of CPU scheduling. One is preemptive scheduling, other one is non-preemptive scheduling. So the dictionary meaning of preemptive word says that to interrupt something or to stop something from its execution. Non-preemptive word means without interrupting or without stopping something, the work should go on. So when we try to map these words or these meanings in operating system, it suggests that execution of a process without interruption or with interruption. So when we talk about active scheduling, let us understand this concept with help of some animation. So as I've already told you, whenever a program wants to execute, it has to be first brought into the main memory and then it will be sent to the CPU for execution. Whenever a program is in execution, then that becomes a process. So let us understand this is a CPU and there is a process which is already executing on the CPU. Now this is a currently running process and obviously when this particular process has been allocated a CPU, then it will be the running state. Now at the same time there is one more process which is executing, which wants to execute onto the CPU. However, this particular process, which is newly arrived, is a higher priority process. Now, what will happen in this particular scenario in preemptive scheduling? Let us try to understand this to a normal real-time life situation, wherein we are into some function and we have invited some VIP guests also. Now, when a particular VIP guest is arriving or has arrived at our function, highest priority will be given to the VIP person and not to the normal audience. In the similar manner, whenever a such type of a process which comes with a higher priority process comes, at that time, this particular process will be given the highest priority. That means, in the case of operating systems, in preemptive scheduling, preempt is to interrupt. So, this particular process, which is of not highest priority than this one, this will be preempted. That means it will be interrupted. The execution of this process will be stopped. The CPU will be deallocated to this process and it will be given to the highest priority process. Now, this process will be in running state and the earlier process which was running will go back again to the ready state. Once this particular process has completed its execution, then the CPU will be allocated back to the earlier process. So this is about preemptive scheduling, wherein the execution of the higher priority process is taken at the priority and the lower priority processes are interrupted. Then let us go to the non-preemptive scheduling. In non-preemptive scheduling, again we will try to understand this concept with the help of animation. So here this is a process which is already executing on the CPU. This is the current running process and obviously that means it is in running state. Now what happens in this scenario? The higher priority process comes into picture. It also wants CPU to be executed. But we are following which scheduling? Non-preemptive. That means it will not interrupt the current process which is executing. So this particular process has to wait till this particular process completes its execution. And then only the CPU will be allocated to this particular process of highest priority. So this particular process will be in ready or waiting state. Why? Because CPU is not allocated to this process even though it is the highest priority process. Earlier, one process is already executing on the CPU. As soon as this particular completes its execution, it terminates itself and CPU will be allocated to the highest priority process. This is non-preemptive. That means even if the higher priority process comes into picture, currently wherever CPU is allocated, that particular process will complete its execution and then only the higher priority task will get the CPU. So I hope you understood this concept. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone.